Hello and welcome, Angela here. Today's video is all about making packaging for our little mini fashion boutique. But there's a couple of things I want to say first, I want to talk about first. So on the last video, we unboxed our new builder and it happened to be the Candy Couture one. And I've changed her clothes and I tied her hair back a bit to try and make it a little bit different, and it does make a difference. But I think it's time that I started to make some other clothes so that we don't get confused between them. So this is our Candy Couture Cindy, and this is our builder, but the builder's name is Doris. So I did ask if anybody had some suggestions to leave them in the comments box below, but I think people were as stumped as what I was about what to call our lovely new doll here, our builder. So I've come up with the name Doris after Doris Day, and if you think back to the film Calamity Jane, she was doing up the cabin along with the singer who had come to the town, and they sang A Woman's Touch. So Doris is the owner of the company A Woman's Touch. So that's our new character introduced to the story. And talking about new characters, this one's not a new one, but it's one that we had before. If you remember this one, we had her for inside the dressing room in the fashion boutique. And I said I wasn't going to take her plastic off her head because I would possibly use her to replace Sophie at a later date. However, after finding out the sad news about Dolly Parton yesterday, I've decided to call this one Dolly after her. I could have unboxed another one for Dolly, but I don't know what colour of hair would I got for that one, and I really wanted her to be blonde. So this doll here is Dolly. She will be inside the changing room cubicle for a while, but she might come into the story at a later date. So our two newest characters then are Dolly and Doris. And I might even just have Dolly with Doris in A Woman's Touch. So maybe do that. That would be nice. And we could maybe have a look at making them a uniform then. Good. Good idea. Happy with that. So that was the first thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to chat a little bit about these dolls and their names. So today I'm looking to use some of our packaging from the mini dolls to make some bags for the fashion boutique and some shoe boxes. So I downloaded a bag template from Etsy and I cut it out, and it looks like this. It shows you where to put the little holes, and when I made it up with the pink foil it came out like this, which I think is quite nice. That's quite sweet. Put a little bit of black thread around it. In terms of size, like Dolly, you could stay at the side just now till we get you dressed. In terms of size, I think that's not bad. Thank you very much for being a nice model, Doris. However, when I was gluing it together, because it's foil, it doesn't stick very easily the way paper does. So we get our packaging and we just cut out whatever we think would be a good place for the bags. So I have cut the bottom off, or the top part off of the bag. It's got mini, so that I can have a little pink stripe at the top, but the rest of the bag is black. And I've done it just at the bottom where the seam is, so that hopefully I can have two bags just from the one cutting. Okay, so now we are going to put glue in it, and we'll use a little Jenga block to help it stay in place. That's not bad. I think it would be a lot easier with paper than the foil, to be honest with you. But I do like the little pink stripe at the top of the black there in terms of packaging. Let's have a look, give this a wee try. Right, that can sit there for a little minute to dry. And while that's drying, we're going to have a look at making a little shoe box. So this is a shoebox download from Zena's Miniatures. She does a lot of cardboard PDF downloads, and you can make them yourself. So I downloaded it and they were too big, they're 12th scale. So I set my printer to 22% on it. Now you would think that would come out tiny, but when I did put it onto the settings for changing the percentage, it did come up at 31% to start with. So I set it for 22 and it's come out to the right size. So it says Diva Shoes on it. So if we open it up, you can see a little bit of tissue paper inside. And inside that, oops, daisies, you can see the little label on the front there. Inside that we have Doris's shoes, and they fit in perfectly. Don't they look fabulous? So these are nice and pink. They could go into the shop as is. You know, that could go into the display. But I was thinking of doing it with brown cardboard at the bottom. And I was going to use this foil for the lid of it, but given all the difficulties I've had with it, I think it might just be a little bit too hard, especially with all the micro folding that you have to do with the box lid. Yeah, I think I should just give up on that one. Just keep these foil packaging pieces for the bags. This is the shoe boxes that you get. You can see the one that I've cut out there. And so they're different colours there, but I wanted the pink, and it's actually quite a good match for the pink that we have for the mini dolls. So I think I'll just maybe make more of these. But I'll show you what I did to make it. with one of the other colours, and then I'll make some more of these for myself. So here's our counter for the shop, and a little shoebox could fit in like that. That looks nice. Just pop in little bags that came with these two dolls, which have nice pink handles that tie in well with it. Now I think that's nice. So if we can get a little shoebox made up a little bit neater than that was just my first attempt, then I think that would be quite cute. The more accurate you are with your fold, the better the finish you're going to get. I think that was a little bit neater than my first attempt. Let's try it on the box. Snug fit, but yeah, it does fit. So now all I need to do is cut a little piece of tissue paper. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in the base of it to hold the tissue paper in. Press in the tissue paper around about the centre of the box like that. Press it down a little bit. Okay, let's try pink shoes. So one going that way, and one going the opposite way. There we go, so that it fits like that. Fold over the tissue paper. And pop on the lid to finish. Let's have a look at this bag now. How are we getting on with that? Has it dried? And is it sticking together? Okay, it has dried. It's a little bit messy with the glue in it. It's not as nice as I would have liked it to have been. I think that That's the best I'm going to get from it. Yeah, so let's trim that and make the other one a little bit shorter to tie in with that. And then we'll glue that back on and we'll call it a finished project, pop in a little bit of tissue paper. So it's not great, isn't it not? So if we're looking at what's a hit and a miss, I would say the shoebox is a hit. It's worked out really well. Take some different angles there. And I would say the bags are a miss. The foil has got little bits of glue sticking to it, so it's not very neat looking. The handles, it's very tricky to do. I think it would be better on paper. So that's me for today. We tried making some bags which did not work out very well. It would work out perfectly fine on paper, but not in the foil. We tried the shoe boxes, the little mini shoe boxes, and to me, I think this is just perfect. I love this little shoe box. And the dark pink colour, I think is even better, but I think we could use both of them, to be honest. And we could personalise it with the Minnee logo on the top of it there as well. We could change that. We named Doris the builder, and we will be seeing Doris again in future videos. So thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in the next videos. Bye for now. Bye.